Hello and welcome to NewFilmmakers Los Angeles in partnership with Movie Maker magazine. My name is Danny DeLillo. We're here at the South Park Center. I'm delighted to join with Vito with his movie, Ecosphere. Let's take a look at the clip.
Just think about round things and do exactly as I do. Your turn!
Think round things. Think round things, round things.
Firstly, thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Other side of the country to be here as well. And welcome to the NewFilmmakers LA family.
Again, thanks for having me. Say, quick question, are you sponsored? You guys are sponsored by Liquid Death?
Yeah, by Liquid Death.
I'll give you some little free.
Oh my God, you're so, look, see?
I'm gonna give him a little free thing, look.
There you go, see?
This is some
God.
good water, bro.
Wow, we're gonna pay you a lot for that, okay? All right, Vito, thank you, Liquid
Said it's still
Death.
free.
But thank you for Vito. Well, thank you for your compliments of that free advertising. I love it. It's actually really good electrolytes flowing through. No, seriously, thank you so much for bringing your film to us. I already love your imagination and where you took us into. But for those that haven't seen your film, tell us a brief synopsis.
Okay, right. So it's about this small little fire ant who is a lot smaller than all the other ones in her colony. And one day she just kind of tumbles into this glass bowl that's just in the forest somewhere. And she wants to get out. And she finds a bunch of other bugs that live there together. They want to help her get out. And, well, you know, it's going to get a little spoilery from there, but, you know, it's kind of a question of, like, where should she get out? Is she better off doing all this stuff she's not good at, or with these new people that she found? Just like that.
It's a very, very sweet story. I fell in love with this little fire rat and all of her friends. Where did it begin? Where did this idea, because you've obviously got an amazing imagination, you're a great animator, like where did the story begin for you?
Well, I wanted to challenge myself because I always made like very kind of raunchy or just violent cartoons that are like, you know, like potty humor and like a lot of swearing and all that. That's kind of what I always did in my free time. Mm-hmm. But then I'm doing my student film and I'm like, okay, I want to do something else. I want to just do something that I wouldn't do normally. So I think I'm gonna make a baby movie. I'm gonna make a baby movie for babies that's really sweet, really cute, and that, you know, people can get something more out of than just, it's funny or it's violent or, you know.
Yeah, no, you did a good job. And sometimes as well, it's so interesting when you have to like switch genres and what you're normally used to making. But no, but you also made characters that we all kind of fell in love with. So how did you go about, I mean, as an animator, for those filmmakers out there, maybe new to animation, like how do you go about creating the world? What's your kind of first steps? Is it world? Is it character? How is that process?
Oh, that's a little bit of a tough one because it's like it just kind of start with what do you want to do, you know, which is what I already told you about, and then it's like how do I accomplish that from there? So I was like, I'm gonna make something for kids. What's kind of cute? Well, bugs aren't cute, but it's like, you know. Let me rephrase it a bit.
Oh, we've had many good. I mean, it's been some good films with bugs and stuff. But you did make them really, really cute and really. Yeah. I mean, did you base them on anybody? Or like.
Well, a lot of it is very inspired by, I don't know if you know this, Pikmin, the game series from Nintendo.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, I think like the music as well, very Pikmin inspired.
Yeah.
That's kind of where it came from. And you got the concept of an ecosphere, which is something you can actually do at home if you want to. If you get a big, like glass jar or a container that's airtight, you can fill it up with some stuff you find outside, some water, rocks, soil, plants. Really tiny insects could work, but you know, like springtails or something. And then you seal it up, put it on your windowsill, and then theoretically you don't ever have to open it again because it'll just, you know, everything recycles itself inside.
Yeah, oh, that's right, of course.
And that's, I have one on my windowsill that I made. Yeah, a couple of years ago, I was like, kind of staring at it like, oh, what am I going to do? And I was kind of like, okay, I like Pikmin. That's already kind of like a nature sort of thing. And I have this, can I make something about this like this concept of an ecosphere.
Yeah, obviously you got a real one at home. So you got
Yep.
real bugs in there with real lives and families and feelings and everything. I love it.
There's no bugs in mine, but
There's no bugs in
no,
yours,
it's too
okay.
small.
Yeah.
But it's alive. It's growing well. It's still doing well. Like 3.5 years or something. Hasn't been open.
Well, so for you, when it comes to your style of animation, like again, I love these characters that you created. Did you always have an intention of the style of animation you wanted to go into? How was that kind of process for you?
It's been lovingly called contemporary, as in which I agree with, because it's kind of all inspired by TV animation, especially American TV animation, which is why I think the American audience liked it a lot more than the European audience. Like think Regular Show or like Amphibia, that kind of I like those kind of character designs, so that's kind of what I based myself on.
Yeah. And so, it's always interesting to hear and find out about the process of how long this takes. Now, this was obviously made in school. Like, what was the kind of length that you had to kind of make and create this film?
Sorry, can you repeat?
Yeah,
that?
what's the time period that you had to kind of make this
Oh,
film?
we had a year, so like from September to September, and that was very intimidating, of course, because I did make a pretty long, like 7 minutes in animation is pretty long.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do it with like a really, really small team, or like I did all the animation by myself.
You did? Wow.
Yeah, some of the shots were cleaned by different people, so I got some cleaners, but like all the rough animation, like basically everything I did myself. Wow. Backgrounds was also someone else. Very small team. Did not go to a lot of parties that year. Was just in my room, just animating all day.
You're not the first person that said in our all of our animators that have said I've had no life making this film. Like I've just basically put that all on to one side because it takes a lot of concentration, doesn't it, to make one?
Yeah, it does.
So.
I remember the first year of school, animation school, my 2D teacher, and comes to us the first day. He goes, let me do a little Belgian accent here. He goes like, let me tell you guys, okay, I hope you know this, but if you want to be an animator, you have to be a psychopath, you know this?
And so here we are.
Yeah,
I love
here
it.
we are.
I love that. Was a very good Belgian accent, but then that's because you're from Belgium.
Little too German-ish. I can't even do my own accent anymore, it's sad.
I know, that's as I feel too. Now, obviously, when you've put so many, like a long time into this, it's you've created these characters, these babies. What's it then like? It was so nice to see your film on the big screen last night with all the audience reaction. How has the reaction been for you? It must feel rewarding.
Oh, it does. It definitely does. Because like I said, in Europe, they didn't really want it. They didn't really care that much. But
We're
then
awful, aren't we, these Europeans? I tell you, just terrible.
way too full of
too
themselves.
serious, I know. Yeah.
I'm burning bridges here. Yeah, no, but in America, we got like 15 film festivals, but I can't really go to any of them because I can't just go up and down
Yeah.
Europe to America all willy-nilly.
Yeah.
So it's very nice that at least I got to see some of them, like including this one. And it's like it's to me, because we started very early. The animation block was very early, so it wasn't packed yet.
Yeah.
So that block was a relatively small crowd, but it was very vocal. I got a lot of laughs. The jokes seemed to land, and even a couple of awes. You want those awes, right? And to me, then I think like that's what you want over like a silent crowd. I think if the crowd's silent, you're in trouble. You're in trouble if that happens. Like I'd take boos over silence.
I love that you actually said, because actually I've been here a while now, but American crowds are way more vocal than any other nation I've ever experienced. Probably Italians too, actually. But like when it comes, if they appreciate it, they like it, if they love it, you can even cheer at the end of a film. Now I didn't know you could do that until I moved here. I was like, oh, people cheer at the end of a film. I love it. But no, it's really, really cool. No, it was nice to hear the vocal of the audience last night.
Definitely.
Okay, so Vito, where are you taking us next? What's the world you're creating for us next? Are you going back to your roots? Are you going to give us something that we're going to get scared about? Like, what's going on?
Well, I'm definitely not done with that, but for now, everyone was always telling me, like, oh, you should do more with these characters. These characters are so cute. So I'm working on a little bit of a pitch. I'm writing a pitch Bible. I want to do some some little shorts that you would see on YouTube Shorts or on TikTok with the characters, just 10-second little jokes. See how that kind of works out. Maybe build up an audience from that if the algorithm picks it up.
Yeah. Well, we want that algorithm to pick it up for sure. Yes, we do. And just lastly, I know obviously you're new going to your animating career, but you've done quite a bit of work already. Any advice to any fellow animator apart from being a psychopath? What do you need to be an animator? What things do you go by?
Well, I think if you're like me and you go into animation school and you just think, oh, I'm not gonna even get in, they're gonna reject me because I was like, oh wait, they let me in, wow. Just don't be afraid to make something. Just if you have an idea but you think, oh, I'm not good, no one's gonna like it, just make it. If no one likes it and you fail, then at least you've done it and you've learned something with that, right?
Yeah, good advice, good advice. Get out there, people. Go and make your films. Go and do it. Go and do it.
Yeah, do it.
Thank you so much for being here, Vito. Welcome to the New Filmmakers LA family, and
Thank you.
I'm looking forward to your next project, so thank you very much.
Yeah, dude.
Vito.